African countries are increasingly recognizing the value of social protection programs in reducing extreme poverty and vulnerability. With the growing demand from masses of people, African governments have a huge task in administering and managing social protection programs, but have limited knowledge and expertise on social protection systems. Civil society, media, employers, and workers' representatives also have a critical role to play in the design and implementation of effective social protection systems, as well as holding their governments accountable. As a response to this challenge, the Transform Leadership and Transformation Curriculum Package was created at the request of the African Union. Transform is an African social protection leadership curriculum developed by African experts together with UN experts based in Africa. Transform, Training of Trainers, brought together 24 African social protection experts with the intention of producing the first batch of African Transform Master Trainers who would play a key role in rolling out the Transform social protection learning curriculum to several countries of Anglophone Africa. In Zambia, a training was dedicated to various groups of relevant stakeholders, including civil society organizations, trade unions, employers associations, faith-based organizations, and media professionals.
It is very important that the Transform package was developed to ensure that it prepares us as social protection practitioners, experts, to have the knowledge of how we can provide leadership and also manage social protection well.
The program itself, Transform, is unique for me. Being in the sector for a while now, I've attended trainings where you look at the different building blocks of Transform, the different modules. However, for the Transform program, it takes into consideration the different building blocks that make up a system of social protection. And I feel this is really important because even if it's not in-depth, because there's another stage which is more in-depth with the Transform training package, but this one gives us a foundation of all the different aspects that are important for a social protection system to be built.
The Transform, training that we are going through currently is quite enriching in terms of content. There are new, theories that have come forth, and there are also new terminologies that over the years have come on board, and it is good that we gather in such a manner and we begin to learn about the transformation which is taking place within the social protection sector.
The participants were taken through the full introductory package, a version that compresses all modules into a one-week training to provide overview of systematic thinking in the design and implementation of social protection. The Transform modules, which reflect the key building blocks of a holistic and interdependent social protection system, include legal frameworks, selection and identification, administration and delivery systems, coordination, governance, institutions and organizational structure, management information systems, and approaches to data integration, financing and financial management, and monitoring and evaluation.
I think that for a long time we have been looking at social protection in disability from a very narrow perspective, mostly on the cash transfers because they get double the grant and a bit on the pass. But coming here has made us realize that there's a whole broad range of social protection interventions.
I could see from the level of knowledge among us participants on social protection and how we have progressed to understand that social protection is not only cash transfer, and that it does not only involve the vulnerable groups, but it's for everybody. And I think we have all come to appreciate that we need comprehensive social protection for everybody, which is life cycle based.
Coordination has been neglected because when you go into a community, you'd find that this organization will say these are our people, and that they are offering a different service. And as we go in that community, we say these are our people. instead of networking and coordinating so that those very people can benefit from that organization, maybe that organization is offering a different a package of social protection. So I feel coordination is missing, and I've gotten it as something that I'll go and sell out to our colleagues.
The training took an innovative approach by inviting the media to not only cover the event, but to also participate and embark on a leadership and transformation process of their own.
We're happy that we've been incorporated because most of the issues that civil society discuss, information does not reach the intended people. They get to have meetings, they get to have good ideas about projects towards reducing poverty in the country, but they end up within the civil societies without reaching the people that need to know about that information. So as much as they involve the media, it will be easy for information to reach out to the intended people.
So having the media cannot be overemphasized, because the media provides a platform on which views or any form of information should be communicated, because whatever activity takes place, at the end of the day it has to benefit the masses. And the media is well positioned to carry those messages to the masses. And we are there as the media also to simplify the technical aspect of all these programs for the ordinary person to understand and appreciate what all this is all about.
It becomes very critical for us to learn more about social protection, what it entails, what kind of services comprise social protection, and how can the citizens access that information, and how can the media play an effective role of ensuring that they are able to bring information to the public about social protection, and also enhancing their role on the watchdog role to be able to check on the services that are being provided as regards social protection.
The facilitation of the Transform course takes a transformational approach to teaching and sharing knowledge. Leadership and transformation tools and adult learning techniques are used to facilitate running of sessions. These are important for outlining key learning points derived from the training. It has adopted an innovative pedagogic approach of imparting state-of-the-art knowledge.
I think the methodology used in this workshop is unique. Most workshops would just have a PowerPoint presentation, and somebody just be one presentation after the other. You know, there will be the traditional group work, maybe plenary session. But in this one, we've seen that there has been a lot of effort to make the process very interactive, whilst respecting people's varying levels of understanding. And also there has been a lot of flexibility in terms of the facilitators working with us to focus on areas where we require more intense, focus, and then giving us assignments to even work on and read further in the night. I think that was very, very helpful, because then it helps us to consistently look at the uptake of the information.
I think the issue of embedding in some activities before a presentation or after a presentation, the experience has been so good, because at least I'm able to relate what is on paper and the activities that were carried out.
It's not just a training where they're just giving out handouts and continuously just teaching us and the like, but it's all different to a point where at every point of the training materials that are being provided and the teaching that is going on, there are quite a lot of responses, and it's only from that aspect that you could be able to tell how the training is going, because if you're teaching people and there isn't that level of interaction between yourself and the people you're teaching, it simply means that you're speaking above their heads. But if there are constant engagements between the facilitator and the participants or ourselves, it means that it speaks volumes of how well equipped the trainers are.
The skill that I've learned from here, I'll be able to share it with my colleagues through those platforms that we share as journalists. So even when I'm doing some of these stories, when I feel that this is an important thing that I think should go viral, should reach most of the parts of the country, I'll be able to share it with my colleagues in those platforms.
From the trade union movement, one would think that our concern should only be for those that are contributing, towards the social security. From now, probably you'll start hearing us pushing more of an agenda of the non-contributor as well.
We want to domesticate these ideas to the Council of Churches in Zambia. So the first thing that we'll do is orient the members of staff. Then from there onward, we'll come up with a program that will try to sensitize our communities, that is our churches, on the issues of social protection.
So being a partner, already we have a key interest, and our interest is at least all experts should have a feel of this program, and we're hoping that there can be future collaborations on how best SUSPEN can be instrumental in ensuring that this is effectively rolled out in the region.
As a leader in my institution where I work, how do I propagate social protection in a manner that it does not discriminate anyone, in a manner that I need to apply fairness in the way I execute my role?
I'm going to share what I've learned here, first with my board, then with my subordinates, so that, and for those that we serve, so that we all understand, because they are all leaders in their own way. So we must all understand leadership, transformation and leadership, and be at the same level. Then I think I can be effective, and the system can be effective, and the organization can be effective.